All right. Good morning, Vietnam. Good morning. It's the 11th of October. A few years ago, on this day, I was climbing Katahdin by myself. I just remember the day. For some reason, it was the latest I'd ever done it. I know we got a little frost on Mount Washington. I imagine Katahdin will be about the same here pretty quick. See what we got for battery power here. Might have to plug in 1 second. Yeah, now we got some juice. Yeah. Good morning, Wendy. How you doing? How you doing? What's up, George Ross? Good to see you on Instagram. Instagram got a little weird on me yesterday, and it wouldn't let me stream without choosing which orientation I wanted. Which, once they go technical on me, I'm out. So, Mr. Bob Turner, what's going on, George? How are things? You got some good work coming in. I see you on social media working your butt off. Want to get you down to Mach 5 next year. Yeah. Morning, Team Turner. Here comes Roy at a 9. Right. Love to see it. Good morning, Timothy Tripp. What is going on? Somebody left a lock off the door and Tim got in. What's going on, buddy? Hope you had a great week. Ben Bryant is here, anchoring down the youth movement. And here comes Dave Howard at a 9.5. Pop in the chat how you guys are doing on a scale of 1 to 10. How was your week? Share a win if you've got one. Happy Saturday morning. Yeah, we had a busy week. Busy week of coaching calls, new clients getting oriented, and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, the fallout from Mach 5, the groundswell, if you will, of things going on. George says picking up lots of estimates within the next week. Good deal, buddy. So he's over on Instagram. Rachel Berlin is here. Good to see you. Happy Saturday, Dave. Yeah, thank you very much. Somebody left the lock off. Oh, well, hey, it's Saturday. We take what we can get. Kidding. Yeah. Okay. Lots of estimates. Love to see it. Yeah. George, let me know if I can help you out in any way. Yeah, we had a lot going on, man. It was a foot race, and we got back on Monday, so it was kind of a short week and decompressed a little bit. 78 on the sleep score last night, 82 readiness. So come at me, bro. We're ready. So you ever thought about stand-up comedy? Yeah, no. But I'll tell you what, my brother Dave is he's extremely funny. He's hilarious. Every time he comes over, my face hurts the next day from laughing so much. So yeah, teach him how to ride it. That's right. Let's go. I need my 4-year-old's first bike. That's awesome. Yeah. I was wondering what you were talking about. Read the comments in order, Bob. Doing like a 9. Like a 9? That like you're a 7, but you're impersonating a 9, so you feel like a 9. I like it. Whatever it takes. Yeah. Well, that's cool. I like teaching a kid how to ride his first bike. Yeah, grandson, love it. Yeah, I got hopefully get a few years before I step into that role. Yeah, Yarmouth DPC joined. I think I know who that is. How are you doing? What's up, Doc? Good to see you. Yeah. Well, welcome everybody. Saturday, 8 a.m. I got talking with Wendy upstairs and I was like, ooh, it's 7:58. She goes, well, it doesn't, I go, yeah, I say 8. I got to be on at 8. So my people will be looking for me. No Howard Stern over here. So yeah, read right through that. Yeah, for sure. I know how you are, Ben. So I think you might like my topic today. So for the last few days, 4 days, now today's 5, we've been talking about going through 10 mental models that change the way you lead and sell. Good morning, Bubba Hogan. Things about to get real inside the chat. I'll apologize in advance. So yeah, these guys, you don't have to be in sales. You don't have to own your own business for this to apply. Okay. Most of what stresses you out, you don't actually control. Like I usually say in the topic, in the title, I'll use some of my talk in that. So the market, the weather, the economy, your competitors, that kind of stuff, right? You can't control that stuff, right? Let me know when you can. I'll appreciate knowing how. But the circle of control is what I want to talk about today. It's one of the most powerful mental models for leadership, peace, and performance, right? That's the name of the book by Trent Shelton I was thinking about. Protect Your Peace. It's up there on my shelf. It's orange, got an orange cover. Great book. And I saw Trent at the Ben Newman boot camp a couple years ago, former NFL player. Energy wasted outside your control is energy stolen from what you can change. Right? Wendy's probably rolling on the couch laughing at me right now because I don't have this mastered, right? I spend a lot of time sometimes being PO'd and not understanding why somebody did this or that. And it's really fruitless. Like they may not even know, right? And on like you guys know I did an Iron Man, right? I had to. But yeah, all kidding aside, during that training, it might be raining. I would always say, hey, it might be raining on race day. Weather sucked, but it sucked for everyone. Okay. I didn't like it. I couldn't control it, but I could control my prep and I could control how I showed up on race day. I could control my attitude and I could definitely control my effort. When I switched that to, all right, we're going to separate the men from the boys, right? I like this. I like a little adversity. Let's go here. Let's see who can and who can't. And on the business side, like when a contractor or subcontractor might drop the ball, right? It would always send me, right? And eventually I said, well, what if I just accepted that this is part of the business and started leading through and those moments and controlling what I could control? Okay, that felt better. It wasn't like, oh my God, I've been putting out fires all day and peeling me off the ceiling all day. That probably took years off my life, right? So started leading through what I could do. Started educating people, started pulling people aside, started taking care of business. Absolutely shameless self-promotion, Dave Davis. Thank you for coming. Jameson is here. Good to see you. Hope you enjoyed Mach 5. Good morning. Yeah, good to see you, bub. So yeah, when a subcontractor would drop the ball, automatically I'd go here, but rather started saying, okay, that's just another ground ball. We're going to fire that over to first. How can I control what I can control? Right? Leaders don't waste time trying to control outcomes, guys. They focus on controlling the inputs. Right? So let's talk about the circle of concern versus the circle of control. Circle of concern is what? Things you worry about, right? The economy, politics, people's opinions, things you can't control, right? Circle of control, we can control our actions, our effort, our mindset, our communication, how we talk to others, how we show up for the day, how we show up for people in our family. And the more you focus on what you can control, the smaller your worries get. Isn't that something, huh? My famous line in 2024 and 5 has been, I don't have the bandwidth for that. But really, I just like saying bandwidth. So it's my new buzzword. Yep. You're breaking up too much, too far off grid in Chicago, apparently. Yeah, you gotta get a better signal there, kid. Because we've got fiber here. Fidium. I like saying that. We got the Fidium. Fidium fiber. Yeah. So anyway, control what you can control. Energy is a finite resource. Every minute you spend trying to control the uncontrollable, it's just a withdrawal from your leadership bank, right? We're pouring in, right? We're building, we're getting better, we're reading the books, we're watching the podcasts, right? And then we blow a gasket on something silly, something stupid, and we make a big withdrawal and we start over, right? Venting, gossip, doom scrolling. Wow, look at that guy's, what he's got. I don't have that. How come he's doing? Wow, they're on vacation. I'm not. Oh, right? That energy level could have gone into strategy or making connections with new people, right? So we want to control those controllables: attitude, prep, standards, consistency, response to things, right? That normally might piss you off, frankly, right? When chaos hits, great leaders don't panic. They just double down on the controllables. All right, what can we control? Any of you guys that were at Mach 5 and listened to Phil Kornichuk talk about being in the shit and getting shot at and losing some people and needing to figure out how to get out of there, he doubled down on the controllables, right? He figured out what he needed to do to get his team out of there. Okay. When things just kept coming, things just kept going wrong and it was chaos. So, so leadership is about response, guys, not reaction. Okay. You can't always control what happens. Rarely can ever control what happens, but you can control how you show up. That's where respect, trust, reputation are built. All right. And that circle expands with discipline. Okay. As you master control over yourself, your influence grows, right? Because people trust steady hands. I'm here every day at 8, or chances are it's going to be earlier if we're traveling, and you can watch it on the rewind. But you know damn well you're gonna get me live every single day. That's what I committed to. That's my standard. Okay. Keep in mind, the smaller your reaction to something, to chaos, the greater your impact. All right. Dave Davis said, I literally hear Phil say, take a knee a few times this week in my head. Yeah, sometimes you just got to take a second, man. Just take a knee and think about it and say, okay, how am I going to respond to this? Tim Bartolini is here. Yeah, Tim, throw the link in for your sauce and all that stuff. Did you and Bubba have some steaks or something this week, or was he just using your sauce? I saw a post. Dave Zemchek, good morning from Central New York. Love to see you. Yeah, you've been lifting the rock? Yeah, have a great weekend, buddy. So, guys, I'll ask you this. What's something you've been trying to control that's outside your circle, where you're just kind of beating your head against the wall? Keep running into the same brick wall. And where do you need to redirect your focus, okay? From complaining to controlling. Like, take control. Not of the uncontrollables. Take control of how you respond. If you put 100% of your energy into what you can control this week, what would change? Ooh. Nugget. I'm having fun this morning. Leave me alone. Yeah, check out Tim's sauce, bartolinis.com. It's good stuff. Let them. Yeah. You know what you can do with you let them. That's what I tell Wendy. You know, you take that let them stuff. That Mel Robbins. Yeah. It's good stuff. It really is, and it makes a lot of sense, really, because it really just pulls from your energy well. You're just literally drilling holes in your own boat, right? It's like drinking poison and expect somebody else to die. Yeah, you can't control the waves, guys, but you can control how you surf. And one of the analogies Steve used at Mach 5 was the wave's coming, so why not start paddling a little bit earlier? You see it coming, stop paddling, get going. Here's a couple of ways to do that. Today, make 2 lists, one for what's in your control and one for what's not. Good morning, Lindy. Yeah, you can only control what you do, for sure. Let them shove it. Bubba, thank you for finishing that for me. That book. Let them. Yes, let them. Let them feel 5 fingers in the bam. Would you like to go out in the parking lot and let them? We can figure it out. A couple things. Make 2 lists. What's in your control and what's not. What can you control? What's beyond your control? Lindy, you show up. If you show up, you got to throw your armor on if you're going to be in the chat, right? Then, guys, commit to giving 100% of your focus on the first list, which is what you can control. Okay? Check it out. All right? Pop a fist pump in the chat. If anything there I said might make sense to you, or it caused you to think, gave you some pause. Tomorrow on day 6, we're going to talk about the 80-20 principle, how elite performers get more results by focusing on less. Okay. Steve's an expert at that, right? I call him the Teflon kid. Nothing sticks. I say, hey, you know what? We ought to do this. We ought to do that. He's like, yeah, great. That's an awesome idea. Do that. I'm like, well, shit. I think I just got tasked. Hey, speaking of Steve, he's going to be at the Job Tread Boot Camp November 13th. So if you are a JobTread user, good morning, Tony Ruffin. Speaking of JobTread users, if you're a JobTread user and you want to go to Dallas, get better at your game, learn the ins and outs of the software, and make your investment pay off, the Rosenberg Group is sponsoring the JobTread Bootcamp. So Steve will be there speaking. He's going to speak for, I think, 45, 50 minutes or so, either during or right after lunch. And we're looking at travel right now. We've got Bubba's thing until the 13th, but we might all scoot over after Bubba's event in Memphis if timing works. If not, then we won't. But we'd love to be there. So you can get your tickets to JobTread Connect right here. We'll be at JobTread Connect as well. Steve's speaking a couple of times at JobTread Connect. And once in a what they call a tread talk, which is about 18 minutes on sales. And then we've got a breakout room too, where he's going to talk for about 30 minutes. So that's going to be cool. Tony, that's awesome. Looking forward to seeing you, my man. Is Biani coming to that? She's into JobTread too, right? I'm going to reach out to her, make sure she knows about it. Dave Davis is going to be there. All right. This is shaping up to be a party. Yeah. All right. Lindy says, I love Wendy posting all the things. Yeah, isn't it great? Everybody needs a Wendy. I told her this morning, I said, thanks for marrying me. I don't know how I got you to do that, but we have a good time. So Tony Ruffin said, yeah, good. She will be there. And they capped that at about 70 guys. So don't wait. All right. We're going to get Eric Fortenberry on here sometime in the coming weeks to talk about it. Both that and the JobTread Connect, which is January 14, 15, 16, I believe. I might need to be correct. Does that say that in the link, Wendy? JobTread Connect is a conference, 1,000, 1,200 other contractor business people, entrepreneurs, roofers, siders, contractors, plumbers, electricians, heating guys, HVAC, everybody in the trades. And JobTread just hit 8,000 customers. So we're deepening our relationship with them at the Rosenberg Group, and just kind of, Eric Fortenberry and Alex Morales came and hung out. Eric, burned the place flat with his talk on Thursday at Mach 5. And he doesn't just get up there and talk about the software. He talks about how to get better at what you guys are doing in the trade. So he and I and Steve and Alex are all very passionate about helping people in the trades. Speaking of the trades, you pond builders should check out the Mid-South Ponds Retreat I'm memorizing all this stuff. In Tennessee. What's the actual town that's in, Bubba? I just call everything in Tennessee, I just say Memphis. I'm going to Memphis. I'm going to anyway, we were there last year. Steve spoke. I spoke. We're adding Jacob Salem this year. Steve and I will be there. Jacob Salem will be there helping you guys out with marketing stuff, Facebook ads. He just wrote a book. Bubba, if you get his book link, can you pop that in here? I don't have that. Jacob is a dynamic individual, speaker, author, two Comma Club award winner with ClickFunnels. So he knows what's up. And the other guy we have is Tim Catroni from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And Tim owns a company with his son called New England Aquatic Landscape. He's a coach with the Contractor Fight and a good friend of mine and Bubba's and Steve's. And Tim's just a great dude. He was up at our camp up in Northern Maine a few weeks back. And he's coming to talk about ponds and everything that goes with it. So one of the things we're doing this year is doing a little breakout. So when Jacob's talking marketing, I'm going to take all the job site guys, the foremen, the guys that are handling the guys in the field. We're gonna head out to another space, and we're going to talk about how things go in the field and how you treat one another in the field and how you lead. Okay, and how that we can have a great company, we can have top line management, but if once it hits the field, it all falls apart, it doesn't mean a thing. So I'm excited about that, being able to handle that. And so I've got that link up there now. So Wendy, you're just going crazy with the links today, all silly with it. We're also doing a casino night at Bubba. I'm just going to call it Bubba Palooza. We're going to do that similar to what we did at Mach 5, and the proceeds are going to go to the Live Like Jet Foundation. So we're getting behind that in a big way. We raised about $20K out there in Texas for the Live Like Jet Foundation, which incidentally is about what it takes to help one of these kids with trade school. So pretty awesome. So that's going to happen. And our next 2-day summit is in December, okay, for the Rosenberg Group. You can check that out. Here's a link for that. We also have ground school for you guys that are part of the en route package. If you wonder what I'm talking about with the Rosenberg Group stuff, guys, and you think coaching might be for you, check out my Facebook page today. I've got my Calendly link right in there. And if you want to book a discovery call, I'd love to talk with you about it. Fill you in what's going on. So, Lindy, what's going on? Is Jubal still sleeping? I know you guys had a tough day yesterday, so I'm looking forward to catching up with you real soon. Stanton, Tennessee from Mid-South Pond Retreat. Yeah, we just fly in and pull up the GPS and go wherever it says. So, yeah, good stuff. Yeah, John Daggett. Yeah, good to see you here. I hope business is great. If you guys haven't checked out that direct primary care model, you might try that. You might check it out. It's pretty cool because if you get tired of looking, ever go, like try to schedule an appointment with your primary care physician, you don't see them. You see so-and-so that's on or so-and-so that's on call. You see the PA or whoever, right? You rarely ever see your doctor. So I got exposed to the direct primary care model through John Daggett, Dr. John Daggett, right here in Maine. Then he moved up north. Well, no, he started working up north. So now he's back local, I think. So if you're in Southern Maine and you want to rework how you're doing your primary care stuff, what basically the model is, it's a monthly basically subscription, covers your office visits and a whole bunch of other stuff, understanding that you're probably going to be there a few times throughout the year. I know I am, usually midwinter with some sort of upper respiratory thing, right? And then at least a physical, and then come and take a couple of cuts on some other things. So check it out, like Google like direct primary care. And if you're in Southern Maine and you want to talk to Mr. Daggett, I would love to connect you because he's a great dude, and I like what he's doing. So we're about 40 minutes from Memphis at the Memphis International Airport. Bubba, is that like the Portland International Airport? I chuckle every time I go there. It's like the 7 gates, dude. I couldn't do about it. This is international. Jubal's still resting. Yeah, tell him I said hello. I hope you guys have a great Saturday. So Tony says, everybody needs a Wendy. Yeah, she's the SC to my ID on the disc scale. Literally, if you broke the disc assessment into puzzle pieces, ours go like that, which is fantastic. So I guess they say opposites attract. I guess in that way we probably are, which is cool. So anyway, well, good to see you guys on here. Sign up for JobTread Connect. Sign up for JobTread's boot camp if you want to learn more about the software. If you don't know what JobTread is, we've got links in here. Just go to jobtread.com. They've got a great website. It's construction management software. You guys that are keeping track of your jobs on your dashboard, this is for you, okay? You guys that don't know how to job cost, this is for you. You guys that scratch out your proposals in Word or whatever, and it doesn't have a header and it's not presentable and doesn't look any better than anybody else's, JobTread's for you. That and much, much more. So check it out. Check out Bubba's Mid-South Ponds Retreat. We're going to be at that. Yeah, we're going to have a day off, Lindy says. Good for you. Yeah, good for you. We've got I swore I'd never buy a condo, but life throws curveballs at you. So here we are in a condo, but it's more of a house-ominium. It's not attached to anything. It's a house. It's, decent size. And so there's 5 of us here. We got to have an association meeting today. So anyway, they're usually a pain. And it's right in the middle of the day at noon. So that's good. So we got that going for us. But then we're going to go for a hike, a local thing, maybe catch a sunset. So, guys, I would challenge you to get out. Good morning. I'm going to try to pronounce your name, Paul Tarasuk. How'd I do? Paul Tarasuk? Give me a thumbs up or down on that. You guys with the names. I just got Biani down. Yeah. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate it. Hope in some way this helps you guys get about your day. Have a solid day. If you need me, you know how to hit me. All right. And also check out my Facebook post. It's a picture of Zach Clark and I. Zach Clark is a young guy here from Maine that's doing the GC thing. I got him to come down to Mach 5. Next thing I know, he's sitting with Phil Kornichuk and, Tarasuk. I wasn't far off. I think I was all right. Yeah, Bubble Palooza sounds like fun. Lindy, it's like all your lodging and everything is included. So check it out. It's going to be a great time. Steve's going to be there. You guys would love to meet Tim Catroni if you haven't already, and Jacob Salem's a no-brainer. So just Paul. Yeah, so Paul's here. That's what I'll say. It's good when the last name is hard, Bubba, but when you get somebody like Biani, that you gotta actually learn it. So yeah, Matthew Padron, didn't know you were here. Good to see you. Thank you. I appreciate you and all you guys that signed up for coaching and joined the En route program or jumped on the DSA. We appreciate you guys. And anyway, yeah, we're gonna start the day. We gotta do some adulting here this morning, and which always sucks. And then we'll get about the day and do some fun stuff this afternoon. So guys, I appreciate you. Control what you can control. Let the rest go. Let them. All right, I'm out of here. Have a great day.